everyone, and thank you for joining us on our Rstv World News. Our sincere apologies for bringing you the news a little behind schedule. This is due to circumstances beyond our control. River State is a treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take it to greater heights. This is a task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at RSTVPH. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. What a coincidence and first of its kind since the amalgamation of the Northern and Southern Protectorates dominated by the Ash Wednesdays of this year. Ash Wednesday and the beginning of Ramadan occurred on the same day and month. In this special report, Gospel Anele unravels the mystery and significance of the coincidence of both religious rituals.
There are over 10,000 religions globally, including Christianity, Islam, Hindus, Buddhism, and Calvinism, which often involves worshipping a higher power and adhering to moral codes and fostering community. In many religions, texts of chapters are deemed to have scriptural status, and people are also esteemed to be invested with scriptural authority. However, believers and worshippers participate and are often enjoined to perform devotional activities such as prayer, meditation, or particular rituals. Indeed, in the condition of separate beliefs and faith, it was a coincidence for Muslim and Christian faithful to witness a memorable coincidence where the Muslim Ramadan occurs same day on the 8th of February 2026. Are there scriptural importance attachments to the Ramadan and Christian Ash Wednesday holy period of fasting and prayers? Muslim Imams Sayyidi Aliyu Abdulhamid and Dauda Suleiman Mogaji explain more.
The Muslims and the Christians embark on fasting same day. This shows a kind of unity. It symbolizes harmony. God is trying to bring us together to understand ourselves very well. We should do away with anything that will disunite us. So, because we are all worshiping Almighty, nobody is worshiping another human being.
God will create all of us from one mother, one father. But now we dedicate ourselves. But this one will happen now. Fasting, Ramadan fasting start on Wednesday. Christianity then start their own on Wednesday. To so that is all of us we are one. We have to love ourselves as a brother and sister.
Christian ministers, including the senior pastor, the Royal Apostolic Restoration Outreach, Stephen Amade, revealed that God should be respected by obeying his scriptural principles to avoid the heavenly punishment. He noted that the coincidence is a symbol of peace, reconciliation, and unity for the two religions.
In Isaiah, my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thought. This year we experienced something that shocks men. That Ash Wednesday and Ramadan fell on the same day. And I believe there is something that is happening in the realm of the spirit that men are yet to understand. This thing should tell us that as human beings, that God needs to be honored, that God needs to be respected. He controls time and season. And as a God that controls time and season, everything that we do, we subject to him. So our prayer is that our brothers, the Christians and the Muslim faithful, should realize that there is a God who is truly a God in heaven, and honor him as a God. Find a way to respect him in all we do. We must shun fighting ourselves based on shared belief, based on shared man's concepts and man generalization. Look beyond the words of men and look at the activities of God.
Christian and Muslim faithful should embrace peace and unity at this memorable coincidence of Ramadan and Ash Wednesday fasting and prayer that occurred same day in 2026 to enthrone the love, peace, and blessing of God. God's power Anele, Rstv News.
Wife of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluyemi Tinubu, has commended the senator representing Rivers West Senatorial District, Senator Ipalemo Banigo, for her excellent performance in legislative and constituency project execution. She made the commendation during the induction and decoration of the senator as a life patroness of the African Women in Leadership Organization held in Port Harcourt. Emmanuel Emeyono has the rest of the report.
The African Women in Leadership Organization is a non-profit organization open to women leaders across Africa and women of African descent dedicated to promoting inclusive leadership and empowerment of women on the continent. Special guest of honor and wife of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, represented by the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Professor Ngozi Odo, described Senator Banigo as a silent achiever, excellent performer, and a gift to womanhood and humanity, while praying for God's continued divine grace upon her life. She described leadership as a call to service, a principle, she said, Senator Banigo has consistently demonstrated over the years. According to her, the honor is a testament to her commitment to public service, exemplary leadership, and unwavering advocacy for the advancement of women in Rivers State, Nigeria, and beyond. Senator Oluremi added that the documentary video clips presented at the event further showcased Senator Ipalebo's dedication to good governance and the welfare of the people.
Leadership calls for service. When you are called a leader, you are actually a servant. And that is what Ipalebo represents. And that is what she has demonstrated over the years. So we are not surprised that today you have been so honored. We thank God for you. We thank God. I'm proud of you.
Confirming the induction and decoration, founder and global president of AULU, Ambassador Elisha Atayi, described Senator Banigo as a role model, citing her impressive track record in various leadership positions. He noted that she has positively impacted many lives through numerous empowerment initiatives, including free skills acquisition programs, healthcare delivery, educational support, agricultural interventions, and women-focused empowerment schemes, both within and outside Rivers West Senatorial District. He added that her induction as an AULU Life Patroness represents a renewed call for the total liberation and advancement of African women as agents of change.
When women are competent, they are not just included at the table. They shape the agenda, they influence policy, and they drive innovation. They build institutions that outlive them.
Keynote speaker Elizabeth Okole and the chairperson of the Rivers State chapter of the African Women in Leadership Organization, Okorinte Adele, noted that leadership is the ability to influence, guide, and inspire others towards achieving a common goal, noting that it's not just about holding a title or position, it's about impact, direction, and responsibility.
We are Africans not just because we're born in Africa, but because Africa is born in us. So my hope and goal is that you as an individual, you are a gatekeeper. The message I shared here required you to take action, start asking questions.
I dedicate today unto God first and unto the rich senator, my mother, for this opportunity. I will not take it for granted. I will ensure that her expectations from us as Rivers chapter will be met.
In her response, Senator Banigo expressed gratitude to God for the honor bestowed on her as life patroness of AULU, adding that the recognition will spur her to continue rendering greater support towards the development and empowerment of women across Africa.
The whole idea is to locate women to understand what God has built in us and to fire up what the capacities for the good of our countries, for the good of our nations, for the good of humanity. Not just our individual families, but not just in our kitchens, but going beyond that to impact lives and to strengthen one another.
The high point of the event were documentary presentations highlighting her stewardship and provisions of basic amenities, the unveiling of AULU's 2026 magazines, and the relaunch of the Rivers State chapter of the organization. Emmanuel Emeyono, Rstv News.
Staff of Rstv Television have been charged to redouble their efforts and join hands to reposition the station for greater productivity. Acting General Manager, Rstv Television, Ambassador Paul Dambo, gave the charge while addressing the workers during the monthly prayer and fasting meeting for the month of March. We'll bring you the film reports in our subsequent bulletin. Away from that, management of Rstv Television has been commended for its commitment for providing conducive environment, facilities, and improving the welfare of workers and workable tools to run the station. Chairman, Nigerian Union of Journalists, Rstv Chapter, Dr. Justice Izowo, made the commendation during a joint meeting of the Radio, Television, Theatre Arts Workers Union and the Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, of the station. Melvin Jackson reports.
Dr. Iwo, who commended the management, stated that the Ambassador Paul Dambo-led management has done creditably in the areas of staff motivation, staff welfare, new innovations, infrastructure, and equipment. He noted that with the crop of management that cares for its staff, the station will soon go places. The NUJ chairman of Rstv also advised staff and union members to put in their best to support the management to succeed.
We want to use this opportunity to plead with the state government to help us to provide a new transmitter so that we begin to transmit on the terrestrial. So we are only currently on GoTV. With this singular effort, if government will provide transmitter for us, that will reposition our Rstv in its lost glory.
Also speaking, Ratao chairperson, Rstv chapter Peace Igolma, enjoined junior members to collaborate with the management so as to achieve set objectives of making the station great, while urging staff to be proactive and ensure that they merit their wages.
We are so happy because it has never been like this before. Before they will tell you there's no money, there's no money. But with the presence of this new administration headed by Paul and the new DFA headed by Margaret Adebisi, we are so grateful to God because they are up and doing. They give us hope. And with the staff too, we are ready now to cooperate with them to work to make Rstv great.
Some staff of Rivers State Television who made contributions and commendations also appealed to the management to still look inwards to make amends in areas that could be an eyesore, and both unions to be efficient in the discharge of their duties.
I need us to train our cameramen. If the cameramen are well trained and they are told what to and what not to take, we will not have all of the nonsense that I see on the air.
We should encourage him. We should stop fighting each other. Like we are forgiving the unions. We want to believe that they will turn a new leaf. They will begin to hold periodic meetings to bridge the gap between us and them. And also this, since you have taken up the job to do, try to be calling for meeting the way you are calling for meeting now, so that we know our problem.
The meeting was the maiden joint meeting of the unions for the year. Melvin Jackson, Rstv News.